You know what? On this show,
look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
we're going to go live now.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror.
Oh. I do not know what's going on. Oh my God. What the hell? It's so I have a mass.
Your sound is your mic's not on.
So I think like something blew up with my Rodecaster.
Right as we go live. Perfect. Makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Hey, welcome everybody. While Scott gets that figures out. We ain't falling off no banana in the tailpipe. How you gonna use one of the buttons on the Rodecaster and then it's just like, you know what? I'm packing in. Holy smokes. Well, pardon us while we're working on technical difficulties. Good evening. Oh, yeah, I guess Bruce's. It has definitely been a long week, Holly. That is for 100% for certain.
So there's something going on with my feed.
Yeah. Well, your feed is good on my side. I just can't hear you. Yeah. Your feed is fine. Your sound is going off completely. Anyway, what's happening, y'all? Happy Friday. All that good stuff from here at the Clydesdale Media podcast. Lunch with the Clydesdale, or for right now, lunch with just me. How is everybody doing? Holly, Bruce, Jody. Who else is in there? No, that's just it for right now. You other people who are lurking around and not actually participating in the show.
I figured it out.
Hey. You figured it out? Outstanding.
So dumb. It is a long week. Long week.
Has been a long week.
What in the heck is going on here? All right. What's going on?
I feel like we've traded audios.
So what happened is I had something set up to show my thumbnails. And when we launched the show, it launched the YouTube as well. And I was getting this like massive echo between like the live broadcast and StreamYard at the same time.
Got it. Yeah.
So that's what happened. What had happened was.
Whoopsie.
Hey.
Sorry about that, folks.
So yeah, big apologies. I was hearing both things in my ears, and it was really messing me up.
Oh, your mic's not.
But my mic is not on.
No. I can hear you, but you're coming through the laptop, not the mic. There's no way.
All right, how about now?
There we go.
All right.
Now we got Scott's smooth baritone back in the building.
All right. So what I was trying to show, let's get this out of the way so it doesn't happen again. Is
let's make it.
So you guys are fans of the show. In the chat, I've been doing these thumbnails with the comic book cells, where I take a picture that one of my people at an event or myself or Jamie has taken, and then I have ChatGPT convert it to a comic book cell. And because I grew up as a DC fan, I say in the style of a DC comic, right? So that's how I get these pictures. I do all that. Then, and I've completely changed. Like that's the theme of the lunch show It's kind of just an homage to like when I used to read comic books all the time. I love the DC universe. They just suck at making movies. But anyway,
they're getting better.
I digress. So then last night I'm watching the opening ceremonies at the WFP, which like the Olympic opening ceremonies, there's like billions of people around the world watching. The stands are full. There's people lined up on the streets. Not so much at the WFP. I don't even know what they were trying to accomplish. So I'm watching, and as they're announcing people, they make cartoon versions of the people they call out. And I'm like, that looks really damn familiar. So I'm actually talking to Dents last night, Jenny, and he goes, NFL on Fox does the same thing. They kind of cartoonize, but the style that Fox uses to what they're using to what we're using is really kind of different.
Not the same thing.
Yeah. I just found it odd that they chose to use this method. We've been using it for a couple months, and now all of a sudden you see this. If it's like to Fox and the NFL thing, I mean, we all copy each other. It is what it is. I was like taken aback a bit because this is really what we've been doing for the last 3 to 4 months. Anyway,
as soon as I saw it this morning, the first thing I thought of was, the thing Scott's been doing for months. Yeah. And apparently part of their little whatever, because I didn't know. I had no Hiller had posted something about it this morning, so I had no context besides that. And that's the first thing I thought. I was like, okay, so the thing Scott's already been doing. Cool. Hey, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah, I mean, again, we all copy. It's not like this is an original comic book that I created. I say in the style of DC Comics. It's an homage to like my childhood, what I grew up with, and a way to make a cool thumbnail that kind of stands out amongst everything else. I'm not accusing them of stealing it because Fox does it too, right? Other people do it. They could have taken it from them. It is what it is. What did kind of take me aback last night. And they only used it at the opening ceremony. They're not using it during the events. They're not using these for anything other than that opening ceremony.
Interesting. Interesting.
We got off to a rough start, but I do want to say huge thank you to Thirdzy. They're sponsoring the show now. They have been a game changer for me. Getting a good night's sleep has been life altering. And I have to travel to Pennsylvania this weekend to take care of Mom, and got my travel bag of Thirdzy right here. Going to pack that up, take it with me. I'm
looking for my data from last night because it showed my sleep and my recovery.
You can get the same thing by going to thirdzy.com/Jazzy. I'm using the promo code Jazzy at checkout.
My HRV is on an upward trend since I've started taking it every night.
Yeah, people have reached out to me that it's been a game changer for them. My only caution to you is don't go by your first night, because the first night can it's just an adjustment. It was for me. It's been for other people. But as you use it, it really like sets in, and now I'm just grooving with it.
I will say this: I have had more REM sleep and more vivid dreams in the past, however long it's been, 3-4 weeks, whatever, since I've started taking it. I have, and I don't even know how long. Like crazy stuff, dude. Absolutely crazy stuff. But not enough. I still feel rested. Like when I started taking melatonin forever ago, which that didn't last real long. Like those dreams were wild, but I would feel tired when I woke up in the morning because it would feel like I was actually doing stuff. Like I had to build a go-kart with my 7th grade, science teacher, and then we had to go on an adventure with it or whatever. And I woke up still feeling tired. I don't wake up feeling tired. I wake up ready to rock. Like it's
awesome.
It's for real.
The vivid dreams are awesome, and they're not crazy. They're just vivid. Like I remember them vividly in the morning.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. But
Hard.
Don't forget Thirdzy.com/Jazzy. Use the promo code Jazzy at checkout if you want your sleep to change dramatically. The other thing that's going on for me, like and subscribe, man. We have not moved on subscribers in weeks. It's like up 2, down 2, up 3, down 2. Like it's just the same. I just want to hit 3,000, man. We're like 42 away.
We're knocking on the door. It's insane.
Yeah, that's it. Just 3,000. So it's
free, y'all. It's
free. It helps us out tremendously. Please do that. Because I'm anxious this week, man. It is Packer week. If you don't know me, it is so hard for me on a week like this to do my job watching CrossFit stuff or fitness stuff because I want to be all in on my Bears who are actually good for the first time in a very long time. And our arch rival, we're playing this weekend, and it is for everything. Both teams are good. Whoever wins this game is most likely going to win the division, most likely get a home playoff game, most likely make the playoffs. The loser, all that's still up in the air.
Right.
And I am a basket case because it's been so long since this has happened. And I'll be honest, it's made trying to watch the WFP so hard for me. Because I don't care. I've got this big game on Saturday that I am all invested in. But
not only do you not,
I love my chat, I love my audience. I'm sucking it up, and I'm taking in as all the WFP I can.
Not only do you not care, does it really matter?
I keep contemplating that because like when I look at the season standings, if they would have told the story, I would care more.
Same.
And when I look at like the way it fluctuates from event to event, the season standings, which I'm glad they put that leaderboard up, still really no explanation of how it works, but it's up there, right? There's still no red line for 20 to say who's above, who's below, but at least I can see the season after every event. They update the season standings, and that is cool. I think they've made improvements because I know they've made a lot of mistakes too, but I will say that the rep counters above the rig, and I actually have a screenshot kind of that and a couple talking points. So here is the floor for the 1 rep max snatch that's going on right now. So right above the floor in the rig is this LED screen that has every athlete's name in their lane and the amount they're lifting. For other events, it is the rep count. It is really big. It is really easy to see, unlike their website. It is really easy to see. If I am there in person, that is a game changer for me. Because that tells the story so much better than, like, I have no idea how many reps they have left. I have no idea, whatever. This actually is showing, and I'll try to blow up, like, there's the amount they're lifting. You can see the lift. You don't have to worry about a judge or a cameraman standing in front of it on the floor. It's up above the rig. It's an LED screen. It's bright. It's vibrant. It's so easy to see. That is like a game-changing innovation.
It probably has their right flag next to their name.
Probably. I can't guarantee that, but probably. The other thing,
no promises.
They're still doing the spotlight on the lift, but the spotlight is brighter.
Yeah.
Right. You can see here that it is brighter. You can actually see the full figure of the human as they're lifting. And I would say even on the full floor, they've done a better job about it. the edges being bright as well. So I think the lights are brighter to lighten the floor, and the lighting has gotten much, much better.
Would love to know what that looks like in person.
But the few complaints I have of watching this are the crowds. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if they're there or not. They do seem to be bigger today than they were yesterday. But they're just on the sides. It doesn't look like there's anybody at the finish. Doesn't look like anybody behind the rig. Of course, they have that blocked off. Pro 3, that Pro 1 event that they did, it just it doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason to it. It's just a bunch of stuff we just put together.
Yeah.
And threw 800-meter runs in the middle like a high rocks. And then
I think it's supposed to be their version of a high rocks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but why drop the vest into a sandbag hold, into another kind of sandbag hold, and it just, and I'm not a programmer. I'm not trying to tell them.
Yeah.
I don't ever try to analyze programming. It just didn't make sense as a spectator. Plus, you have machines all over the floor, making it harder to see the action on the floor. Because you have to go back and watch a bike, you have a ski erg, all on the floor at the same time, 10 on 10 of each on the floor, and it just kind of blocks the view of everything.
It seems very busy.
Very busy. And then my biggest issue is the storytelling. I think the only story they know how to tell is who's in the lead. So last night for Pro 2, there were deficit handstand push-ups. You know that's going to be an Achilles heel for Laura Horvat, which it was, not even mentioned during the broadcast. Lucy Campbell is down there with Laura Horvat. I wanted to know why. Why is she down there? They didn't even look to her to see what was going on. I have no idea why she wasn't. Now, was it her wrist and she couldn't do on the parallel? I don't know, because you didn't show me. You didn't tell me that story. She was the leader going into that event. And she's hanging out in the back, and I have no idea why.
Well, surely it's not important to discern why the leader is now all of a sudden in the back of the pack on a particular workout. Why would anybody want to know that? Well, I feel like you're asking for a lot, Scott.
So Lucy beat Tia at the games in a handstand walk deadlift workout. This is a handstand push-up deadlift workout, and all of a sudden she's in the back of the pack. Isn't that a story?
I mean, to you and I, it is. To you and I, it is.
It doesn't even
show. It probably is. They not even and Lucy's clearly struggling on these handstand push-ups, or we got word that she re-injured her wrist and she's having a problem, being stable, locking it out, or nothing.
Nothing.
Yes. Here she is.
She wins 1A, 1B, and 3, and is in the back of the pack of 2, and we don't even get to know why. It ain't her fitness, because she's winning everything else.
Oh.
And I was trying not to be all negative, because Lord knows all of my friends in the space are doing enough of that for all of us. And it's okay, and it's right for them to call things out that they see. I get it, but I don't know how to do this. That is the basic essence of these events. You need to tell stories, and there are more stories than who is winning.
I would venture to say that, especially in something like that, the person who was doing all of the winning is probably a bigger story than who's in first at that point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's the girl who won the first 2 and the third one, and now she's not, she's struggling, visibly struggling, right? They're going to mention, or Pat Vellner got mentioned every single time when he punted one into the stands. Like, oh, Pat dropped the chain on his bike. Now he's running down the street with his bike trying to find a new bike. He came out of the water last. Oh, yep. Well, there's Pat being Pat again. At least something. And now you're just gonna, oh yeah, here's Lucy Campbell, who was absolutely smashing it, and now is visibly struggling, and we're not going to mention that at all. Go back to whoever was winning.
It is crazy. Because I don't know. That's just my beef. There are so many stories out there, so many stories to tell, and Shanna says, I wonder if they have been asked not to tell those stories. But the story on the floor is that she's losing. Even if you don't tell me the why, or you don't know the why, you know she's losing, and you know it's going to affect the overall leaderboard. That part of the story should have at least been told. I'm not asking like HIPAA.
No, but at least in passing, and Lucy Campbell, who was currently your leader, is now in danger of dropping out of that top spot.
She went from first to fourth.
There you go.
Because of that finish.
Just fell off the podium completely. I would think that would be worth at least a tagline.
I mean, because we dog on Laura for finishing like that all the time. And there's Lucy down there with her, matching rep for rep on the bottom end of the heat.
Every single year that we knew that it was going to be deficit handstand push-ups and Laura was competing, somebody said something about it. Oh, let's see if she's fixed it. Let's see if she's fixed it. Oh, nope, she hasn't fixed it. Let's see if she's fixed it. No, she hasn't fixed it. It's a storyline because it's a glaring thing, which you brought up a million times, right?
And really, I felt like all weekend watching this event, it has been very much just follow the leader. And to me, that it's creating a boring broadcast. I'm already getting through this stuff, and then I'm looking because I've made friends with these people. So I want to see how some people are doing, and I can't even tell.
So I'm saying, if you're not watching it for the leader, if you're watching it to see, just watching your favorite athlete, this is supposed to be a chance to see your favorite athletes in action, and all they're focusing on is person that's in first place, then why are you even bothering watching it? If you know they're not going to get any kind of screen time, we're not even going to mention them at this point. That seems so short-sighted. It really, really does.
It is, man. It really is. But have you got to watch any of it, or it's weird times too? Like it.
No, I had to coach last night, so I didn't get an opportunity to do that. And then I got a couple highlights and whatnot this morning. I saw Jenny had reposted the graphic that they had put up with like whoever won, like all the girls things. It was like Brooke and Ariel and some other people. And it was all the worst possible pictures of them imaginable. Like it was like, hey, Brooke finished this in first, and then Ariel was in second, or whoever. Amy Kringle, and it was just all this. It was like a top five. It's like 5 strong, gorgeous women, and they put up. It almost felt intentional because every single one of them had a picture that was like the most unflattering thing you could possibly, like sweating, which is fine, but like making horrible workout faces and whatnot the entire time, to the point where Lydia Fish was like, "This is the best picture y'all could find of me." Seriously.
Yeah, I saw
it. Commented on it.
Yeah.
And it almost feels intentional. Like,
I don't think it is, but
I don't think it is either, but I almost think it looks like it. Because there are a million pictures of all 5 of those girls that you could have just used their profile picture, use their comic book picture.
You
say it again.
Put them through a press junket basically at the beginning where you're taking pictures of them. You're doing those introductory films. that they announced themselves coming on the floor. Why couldn't you have used a picture from those photo shoots
instead of?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a little nitpicky, but
it is. But
because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to. I'll tell you this, man. I was never a Katrin fan when she was an athlete. She is gold as a broadcaster.
She's very good.
They had her actually in the booth today. She was awesome. She was awesome.
I believe that. I heard her some of her stuff. I forget where it was, but yeah, no, she's very good on the mic.
She was talking today about the energy it takes to overtake someone like on a run, and how you can only make those attempts so many times before like your battery is just drained. So you have to be
100%.
strategic about how you overtake it. Those are things that me as a spectator have no clue about. And she's giving me that insight as a competitor to understand why you wouldn't just take the lead right there. Like, yeah. And she's like, because you got to save your battery because you only have so many shots, because it zaps your energy to take the lead, and it can actually give your competitor energy to try to then overtake you. So
she's not wrong.
Sarah Beth Jumper, incompetency all around, honestly. Anyone that follows the sport and loves the sport or has competed could mention these basic things. They have their narrative and they only want to stick to that.
Imagine John Young and Bill doing that call right there and seeing Lucy falling off the entire time. John would be losing his mind trying to figure out what happened. And you would get that story through there, right? And John is not a professional, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a professional play-by-play guy by any stretch of imagination. But what he has is knowledge and passion that you can feel, and like an understanding of what's going on, and a want, a desire to like express that and try to figure out, man, what's happening from a fan, because he's a fan. From a fan's perspective, holy crap, this girl has been leading the entire time. Now she's fallen behind. What can we go back and see what happened? Like, did she hurt herself? Is she favoring her wrist again? Something would have been going on.
I don't even know if she failed reps or if she just rested in between. Like, I know nothing. The other thing that I would say is the other piece of gold is Seth jump ship.
Oh, he's amazing, dude. I love Seth.
Like, they were making picks, and Annie and Derek made their picks, and then Katrin made hers, and he said, "You're going way too easy on them. Their picks are wrong, Katrin. You and I are right. It is this person, and this is why." Like, it was awesome. And then they put him in the booth today too, and he was great in the booth. Like, if anything, if WFP gave us anything, Katrin and Seth need to do more media.
Seth is also great. Yeah. Seth is extremely knowledgeable. He's a hell of a coach. He knows his history. He knows, like, the dude he's got a big brain on him, and he uses it. If you watch any one of his podcasts, dude, he's fun as shit to watch. And there's no bullshit in him. He's going to tell you, no. Like, this dude just sucks at this. Like, that's why he's not any good at it. Whatever, whatever the case may be. So yeah, no, big fan of Seth. Big fan of Seth.
Yeah. Man, this show's flying by. After a rough start, we're on the roll now. But enough about WFP. It's going on all weekend. Yes. Check it out. I am sure we will recap it Sunday night. But I have to tell you, and I've told you a little bit, Cory, but like, this community is awesome.
Yeah.
And so I just want to share a quick story with everybody about how awesome it is. You know, I started doing stuff in this space in 2000. I was an athlete in 2011. I was a volunteer in 2013, and I've been involved either as a volunteer or media ever since. And I've met people across the space, and I've met phenomenal people across the space. And a couple weeks ago, I got a DM from somebody. He made a post. I shared it. Get a DM saying, "Hey, give me a call." Gives me his number. I call him. And it turns out that it's Wilson Puck, the guy who runs Syndicate Crown. And he tells me on the phone that he has moved to Columbus, the Columbus area. He's just about 10 minutes north of me on the main road that goes past my house. And so we talked, had a great conversation. I would say at the most we were acquaintances. We got along. But out of the blue, he calls me. And then Wednesday, we went and had coffee and talked for an hour and a half. And it was the coolest experience. And there was some CrossFit talk, but it was mostly about family. It was about the difficulties in moving from Maryland to Ohio and all the things that you have to change because you're changing states. But like being a dad, being a husband, and how important that is to him. And like we went from acquaintances to friends because of CrossFit. And the fact that he now lives like 10 minutes away and we can go have coffee anytime we want and we can sit and hang out and do that, it was freaking awesome. That guy is one of the greatest human beings on the planet. And it was just awesome to get to sit back and talk to him. And I can't wait to get to know him even better.
That's awesome, dude. Never heard a bad report about Wilson.
Yeah. I mean, we've worked together. Just, I wouldn't say we were friends. We were just acquaintances. And now, dude, he's a friend. All because of CrossFit. And the connections we have. So just wanted to share that. I know sometimes we get into a lot of negative about like the sale and WFP and blah, blah, blah. There's so many good things that happen in CrossFit too. And I wanted to share that story because without CrossFit, it would have never happened.
That is true. Apparently, Joseph said Maryland is terrible right now. Well, that's probably why Wilson moved.
Yeah, it's not exactly why he moved, but we'll go with that. Yeah, his wife is actually from the area. And,
from your area?
Yeah, so it was to get them closer to her family. Because now and they wanted his daughter to be able to play with her cousins and grow up with them. That was pretty much the reason.
Hey, that's as good a reason as I can possibly imagine. What's this about the Bears possibly moving from Soldier Field? Did you see anything about that?
So they've been trying to move from Soldier Field for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's the smallest stadium in the NFL. It's the oldest stadium in the NFL. I've heard stories about the pipes leak. It is just old and decrepit. It's
a nightmare.
Bought some land in northern suburb of Arlington Heights. It was an old racetrack. And they were going to build like a Bears place, like with shopping and restaurants and bars and a brand new stadium. Then when the new president came over, he goes, "I'd like to stay inside Chicago, the city." And they've tried to work things out. There were no places that could actually fit the stadium and what they needed. So they moved back out to Upper Arlington, but they needed the state they were trying to pass legislation to stop the taxes from raising uncontrollably while they're building, because the banks won't give them a loan if there's no certainty on the amount of taxes they're going to be charged.
Yeah.
And without that bill, they cannot build basically in Illinois. So the legislator did not put it even up for a vote the last two sessions. And the governor, J.D. Pritzker, who's trying to run for president, is trying to stick his foot in the ground and say, we're not going to even talk about it next year. And so when they said that, the governor of Indiana said, we would love to have the Bears. And if you've ever been to Chicago, like when you go South Chicago, immediately you're in Indiana. Like it is the stadium in Indiana would be as close as where they're moving it in Arlington Heights. But the governor of Indiana is like, we'll give you tax-free build. We'll give you, like, they're offering the world. So there is serious consideration about the Bears actually moving to Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
I saw that on what's his face's show this morning, just like the little segment that they did about it, and they like compared the two places, like where it is now, and like Gary and the spot in Gary was going to be like 4 minutes closer to actual Chicago than what they are currently now. And I was like, holy smokes, that's amazing.
Yeah. But it, like, someone map quested from Soldier Field to Arlington Heights where they wanted to build. It's 35 minutes.
You just said MapQuest.
I know.
That hasn't been a thing since 1997. I'm laughing because me and my wife
bear with me.
Bear with you.
It's an active website, just so you know.
Bear with you.
Yeah. And then they did it from Soldier Field to Gary, Indiana. It is actually 4 minutes less to Gary, Indiana than it is to Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
That's how close it is.
Right.
And,
which is hilarious.
Jody says stadium is from the Chicago World's Fair campus in 1933. It's old. It is really old.
Wow.
Mark Phillips, print out the map so you can use it in the car. Exactly. Dude, when I first started working for the state, I traveled like every week. And we didn't have GPS back then. Unless you bought like the separate GPS system. I would have MapQuest all over my seat going from county to county to visit locations. Oh my gosh.
100%. What TomTom. Got the TomTom on the dashboard.
Yep. Garmin or TomTom. Not to be Sarah Beth Jumper, not to be negative either. Love CrossFit and the sport and wanted to succeed. I would have loved for this opportunity when I was competing. I love the opportunities. I love what CrossFit's trying to do and these other entities are trying to build, but you're not going to get anywhere without telling the stories. And I think that's the bare bones minimum that you have to do. If you don't tell the stories during an event, why are you having them?
You don't have to do a real good job of it. You just have to try it. Try to tell what's going on the floor. Like, make an attempt. If you're not even mentioning anything about the fact about what's going on, and holy shit, the person that's in first is probably not going to be in first by the time this is over with, then that's an issue. If you at least mention it, oh, and Lucy Campbell, oh, hey, why is she back there? Well, we don't really know right now. Maybe we can find out later what happened. Nothing. You just going, nope. Whoever's in the lead's in the lead. Good job. Moving right along. Just doesn't seem.
It's just real. And not even the Lucy thing. Like, okay, this person's winning, but what else is going on the floor? What other things are we missing that we can't see that you can because you're sitting there?
Yeah, the games, I think, did a much better job of that this year than they have in previous years, or made an attempt to do a better job of what they did that this year than they did in previous years. Like, of showing the entire field, not just the two people that were trying to get in first. Cut back to that. Oh, wait, and this is happening over here. Oh, holy smokes, look at these people coming across the line. It's more than one story happening. Yeah. You got 10 lanes. There's 10 different stories happening. You don't have to tell all of them whatsoever, but at least get the stuff that seems to be interesting. It seems to be happening at the time, right? Because if I'm doing 15 pull-ups and if somebody else is doing 15 pull-ups, there's two different things happening right there. And you can choose to tell which one that's way more interesting. Because if I fall off the bar in the middle of it, that's probably more telling than it is the person that just smoothly ran through it. Because holy shit, there's something happening. Yeah. Anyway, what do I know? I'm just some guy named Cory. It's fun.
Yeah, we just sit here on our lunch and talk about stuff.
That's all that's all I do.
Jody says she could see the stadium moving, going west, like near Rosemont. Right now, what I'm hearing is, and I listen to a lot of Bear stuff, is that without Illinois passing legislation, there will be no new stadium in Illinois. So if they're going to build one, it will have to be in another state. there was even mention of Wisconsin. I can't even fathom going to Wisconsin where your rival lives. Now, granted, like where Chicago sits, it is sandwiched between Indiana and Wisconsin. It's not far, right?
Right.
But
at the point,
I can't even imagine going closer to Green Bay.
You think if Green Bay fans are insufferable now?
Oh,
Put the Chicago Bears Stadium inside of Wisconsin. You never hear the end of it.
so the best part about like Bears Packers week is like the cool shit I get on my Instagram. Hopefully you can see that. Packers party with Diddy.
Packers party with Diddy.
Yeah.
That's like all the that kind of stuff is like I don't get to watch game day as much as I like to because usually on Saturday mornings I'm getting up and I'm going to the gym. But the signs in the background of game day, I live for. That's what that reminds me of right there.
Yep. There are very creative, funny people in this world. And social media used to be a great place to see all that, but now it's like just polluted with ads and BS that you have to sift through to get to the good creative people.
AI, fake stuff. It's not even real. Like, yeah. But game day signs, that's the same kind of stuff. Like when it's Saints Falcons week, it's the same type of thing. Like you see more 28-3 related stuff that you can shake a stick at, just because we're never gonna let that go. Never gonna let that go. You blew a 25-point lead
in the Super Bowl. Crazy.
You guys think you're better? You guys think you're better than us? You're not. Sorry.
Man, we have really become the old men that yell at the cloud show.
I am an old man, and I would definitely yell at a cloud if I had to.
Just for mirrors, I have a sign I'd use, not to brag, but I've been the same gender since birth.
Not saying anything.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I actually saw a sign that was a chart that graphed the testicular injuries in women's sports. And it was at 0 and 0, 0. And then at 2020, it like takes a big climb.
It just shot up. Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I try not to get political on here because of my job. I am not allowed to get super political, but I don't care what you're going to be. I don't care. But I don't need people born with a massive amount of testosterone competing against women who don't have that advantage. There's a reason we ban testosterone as a performance enhancing drug. And to me, that is, I have a hard time wrapping my head around why you would want to go compete against a female that doesn't have the advantage of hormones that you have.
I got my own opinions on that, and I'm with you. And we're not getting into all that because I'm gonna start yelling. I really will start yelling at the clouds.
Yeah.
So
that, yeah. Again, I work with a lot of people in the LGBT community, and I love them to death. And I applaud them for their courage and everything that they do. And I would support them 100%. But when it comes to a sport, I just cannot buy in. That's it. And that's really because, yeah,
I'll get irate.
Yeah.
Mostly because I have an 8-year-old who is really into playing sports.
So with that, I really have to get back to work. I would love to hang out longer today, but I have been given an assignment this morning that I have to get back to. With that, go check out the WFP. I've heard that the second heat of the snatch is freaking phenomenal for the men.
Oh, okay.
There's a back and forth that happens. I have not seen it myself, just been told It is phenomenal. You will love it. A lot of gamesmanship and stuff like that. So go check that out.
I'm just excited it's live on YouTube.
Yeah, and you can rewind it now, and you can pause it, and you can do all those kinds of things. Because I did watch up until the first heat of the snatch this morning, and then I had to do some work, so I paused it, and now the second heat is waiting for me, and I've heard it's the best part of the weekend.
Okay, I'm down for that.
So far. So
I like that. Like before we go, then he says, I like to reiterate the fact that we do not want them to fail.
No, I just want it to be more watchable and more digestible. And yeah,
we want them to do what they said they were going to do, which was be better. That's it. Full stop. You come out and say that we are going to do it and we are going to do it better, and then you don't do it better, and sometimes demonstrably worse, then it's how we get to where we are now.
Yeah.
Never wanted them to fail. Still don't.
And when you play Don Quixote and come charging at the windmill that is CrossFit all the time, and then you do what you're doing that you promised more, and it just is falling flat.
You're going to get called out.
Crowd against you.
Yeah. You're going to get called out. Bottom line.
Yeah. And this weekend, like, I don't know if it's just because of Bears-Packers weekend or if it's Christmas or if it's whatever, but for someone who dies to watch this kind of stuff, I'm just kind of mad this weekend. Me.
I'm the same way. But most of mine is probably just from like competition fatigue from this week. I have not done anything. I coached 2 classes this week, came to work, went home. That was it. So like, I know that it's on and I happen across it, but I'll probably go back and watch it now because they said the snatch was cool. You just said the snatch was cool to watch. So I'll probably go turn that back on. But will I have it on the rest of the day or for whatever other event they have on? I honestly don't know.
Well, just Heat 2 of the snatch has Guy and Tudor.
Tola? Oh, and Tudor. We just said Tola. That also.
Tola was in Heat 1.
Was in Heat 1.
Yeah. But Heat 2 is Tudor and Guy. And Tudor is now from Romania.
I saw that.
I think I heard on a podcast once that he may have dual citizenship because of
that was news to me when I saw that.
I think I heard that somewhere, but I could be mistaken. I know his like ancestry is from that area of the world.
Yeah.
So
not a clue.
But again,
that was
like,
news to me.
Why isn't that story being told somewhere somehow? Why he switched from an American flag to a Romanian flag? Or
why didn't somebody go, oh, by the way?
Yeah.
This is why he just said that.
Tudor Magda, Busha, Romania, whatever. I don't.
Whatever it was, but whatever. And it was not addressed at all.
Bulgaria. Not Romania. Bulgaria.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not the point. He could have said Lithuania. It wouldn't have mattered. Like, because everybody just went, what?
Yeah. And no explanation.
And then, no, none whatsoever. It's like if I came in here, if I started today with an ice sculpture and I'd have just left it right here and not mentioned it the entire time that we were on and just let it sit here and melt while we were talking, people would have been like, what's up with that? And just, I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to leave it right here. Like it's along those kind of lines. Like there's a tiger in the room and it's in the corner. Are we going to address the tiger? It's fine.
Yeah.
Just leave right there.
Tiger comes up, puts his head up on there, and you pet the head, and you just
scratch it behind the ears. Yeah, and it goes off, and you don't even address it. Like we just act like that's been a thing the entire time.
Yeah. The chat be like, what the hell is the tiger doing on the screen?
100%, dude. Everybody in the chat is freaking out. Why is there a tiger in Cory's office at work at that? nobody addresses it. So yeah, that's what I don't understand about that. Like, okay, cool. He's claiming whatever citizenship now. Fantastic. Are we going to talk about it? No. Okay, cool. I guess we'll just leave everybody to wonder. Let's not act like you have media at all.
Yeah. Well, just like Lucy and Amy went from the UK to American, Tudor went from American to Bulgarian.
It's the weirdest trade deal in history.
Oh, yeah. Tariffs out the wazoo now, man. Tariffs.
Man, it's bananas crazy.
All right.
Crazy.
With that, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Gosh, I'd love to get to 3,000. Just get to 3,000. I'm not asking for a ton. With that, guys, we will see you next time. I will not be here Monday. I am taking my mom to have a procedure done on Monday. So I will be in Pennsylvania traveling most likely at the time of this show. But we'll be back Tuesday. And of course, we'll run up Sunday Night CrossFit Talk on Sunday night. With that, guys, hope you have a great weekend. Bear down. We'll see everybody next time on Lunch with the Clydesdale. Bye, guys.